And in 2017, we became a community interest company because I funded the cafes and the conferences through my. I was doing good on the consulting front, so I was getting good contracts, and so every quarter I would get expenses through my own company, and I think we birthed the whole thing through 1/4 of my expenses for the year. We managed to. The cafes were about £110 a month to run, all volunteers. So we would pay the church, and they would give us free coffee as part of the rental. We'd make our own cakes, and the people that man the coffee machines and serve the cake were all volunteers, family and friends, people in recovery. And then, yeah, when lockdown hit, just before the pandemic, we were running a course called 3 Degrees of Change, about small changes that you can look at that may have a big impact. And on week 3, we were locked down, so we had to go online. But we were able to pivot quite quickly because we were already online. We had Facebook, and we were plugged into the infrastructure. And so Jasmine was able to suddenly tell us about this wonderful thing called Zoom.
Yes.
And we moved the course onto Zoom, and we lost about half the group. But the half that stayed really appreciated it. And instead of it being the 6-week course we planned, we ran it for another 16 weeks online. Wow. And we made it up as we went along. And we said to them, we have no workbooks as such, but we're going to produce some maps at the end of this. And we'll use a kind of map format to cover what we've done. And so that's what we did. And since then, we got a little bit of funding from the Big Lottery Fund. During the course, we read a book called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. And in it, it's like a little short book. Lovely book. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And in it, the boy says to the mole, "What's the biggest waste of time?" And the mole says, "Comparing yourself to others." And there's a pause, and then the little boy says, "I wish there was a school of unlearning." And so we took that. I took that line.
Wonderful.
And I wrote a funding bid based on setting up a school of unlearning, another group effectively. And the Lottery Fund really liked it, and they gave us £7,000 or £8,000 to set it up. And so we used the first group, really. Stuff came out of it, and then we started another group, and we just use the maps in our everyday virtual cafes that we run, or in the interactions we have with people.